All right, guys. Before we get started with the show tonight, if you've been a fan of the show, you know that one of the biggest things we want to do, not only to support independent wrestling, but to help our local area. And because of that, I feel that we need to do a public service announcement to our local listeners. Recently, there's been a couple residents from a local senior home that kind of wandered away from the facility. Now, they have no immediate harm to anybody, but they do happen to have the possibility of hurting themselves. They were last seen, however, at the most recent SCW show, winning the SCW Tag Team Championships. So if you happen to see these two guys, please notify us, let us know where they are. I do believe they spend a lot of time at the Genesis Martial Arts Southland Championship Wrestling School. So anything you want to add, Dizzle J, besides that?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks of all ages, Freaknet Studio proudly brings to you, it is the greatest tag team in podcast history, the original Freak Travesty, Mr. 33% Dizzle J. This is Just Freaking Wrestling! Come on, that was funny, right?
It was great.
Oh, God. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
And welcome to another episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW podcast. And guys, so much to go over tonight. Way too much to even, I can't wrap my head around it. There's so much that's happened in independent wrestling that first off, I'm pissed that we're not really, in the loop about.
Nobody seems to be really in the loop. I mean, they've kept it a pretty tight-knit group. Mm-hmm. It's just crazy because it's like, I want to know what's going on.
I know. So, guys, next week, we came to the realization that next week is a very busy week for both of us. Dizzle J is going to be celebrating his anniversary, and my niece is going to have her christening and everything. So, more than likely, it looks like there's not going to be a show to be released next week. We are going to come back the following week. The projected plan is to get out 2 shows.
Right.
Depending on what happens this weekend, I may have an interview lined up with JPH, Jay Harris,
nice.
From Southland Championship Wrestling. So that's probably going to be released the following week, as well as we mentioned many times about our Patreon and everything and the tiers that we offer.
Right.
We're going to do a watch-along show as part of one of the tiers that you can sign up for. And I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to release kind of a preview show of how the watch-along is going to go. So we're going to release that as well the following week to give you guys an idea of what it's like. So if you're kind of confused or kind of interested in how it works and everything, you're going to be able to get a free episode of it to give you an idea of what it is. We don't know what the pay-per-view is yet because we haven't discussed it. This is just we literally just planned this idea.
Seconds ago.
Yeah, so as soon as we figure out the pay-per-view and everything, Jay will throw it up on Facebook to let you know what it is, and that way you guys can kind of plan ahead. Unfortunately, for the viewers who are going to participate in the watch-along and everything, you do need WWE Network in order to do so because we're going to be watching the pay-per-views off the WWE Network.
Of course.
But yeah, so we're going to go over a freaking 5. Obviously, we got a final freaking thought.
Yes.
We got to do our SummerSlam predictions tonight because SummerSlam is next Sunday. We got to go over the results of SCW.
Yes.
We got to talk about the ARWPro Show coming up next Saturday.
Yes.
And we also got to talk about the DWA Show that was announced for next Friday.
I mean, so much.
Yeah. But you also mentioned something about a trivia question.
I do have a trivia question.
So we do got to do all this stuff. Before we dive into anything, though, I think we need to mention as wrestling fans the recent passing of Harley Race.
Oh, definitely.
So it just happened a couple days ago, and it really sucks because, thinking about it and looking back at everything Harley Race does, Like, I feel guilty that I never really watched much of him.
So I haven't watched too much of him either. I'm the original King.
Yeah.
So I just know him a lot by name and reputation. I do know I did read a funny little story where he's do cookouts at his place, and he had Owen Hart over, and Owen Hart spiked his ribs with this super hot sauce, and Harley Race repaid him back by tasing him at the next WWE show, or WWF at the time.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, like it's unfortunate when anyone passes. I do believe though, like regardless of his passing, he did live a pretty long, fulfilled life.
Oh yeah.
So thoughts and prayers to the Harley Race family, and even though I can't speak for you, but speaking for me, I never really watched a lot of his stuff. But because of this watch along, we do have that opportunity.
Oh, definitely.
When we go back and look at the old pay-per-views and stuff like that, the NWA days.
It'll be neat to see. I'm sure I've seen some of his stuff in like the old WWE World Championship videos or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's just not current in my mind.
Yeah. Jay, I'm gonna let you decide. Do you want to do the freaking 5? Do you want to do this trivia thing? Where do you want to go from here?
Let's knock out the trivia thing real quick because I don't want to dwell too much time on it. So this actually comes from my boss at work, Mr. Bales, as I like to call him. Yeah. What 6 wrestlers are in the WCW, the Wrestling Observer, Pro Wrestling, WWE, and NWA Hall of Fame? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God. There's 6 of them?
Yeah. 3 of them should be pretty easy.
There's... I don't know. I know Dusty Rhodes. Flair. Oh, God. Harley Race. Bill Watts.
No,
shit. Fuck, really? God. WCW, WWE, The Observer,
Pro Wrestling,
and NWA. Okay. Louis Thez.
Yes.
Okay.
I did not get that one when my boss asked me this.
Yeah. Well, he was actually on my my NWA Rushmore when we did that.
Nice.
So I'm trying to think of it can't be Bruno Sammartino.
Nope.
No. Fuck, man. Freddie Blassie?
No.
No. God. He should be. Bobby Heenan?
No.
I'm assuming these are like really old fucking people.
One of them I definitely know because he's been around for a really long time. He's had a couple different names like Chainsaw at one point in time.
Oh, Terry Funk, really?
Terry Funk.
Really?
Yeah.
Terry Funk's in there?
Yeah.
Shit. Was there 2 more?
One more. This name wasn't very familiar to me. That doesn't mean it might not be familiar to you.
Is there a hint I could get?
I have no idea because I did not Google him whatsoever.
Oh, God. Did he wrestle in WCW?
I'm assuming.
Did he wrestle in WWE? WWF?
He must have done something.
How old? Like, everything like 80s? Like 70s?
I'm thinking like 70s.
I don't know.
Gordon Sully.
Name sounds familiar, but
that's the same with me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I just thought that was neat. My boss asked me, I was like, you know what, give that to me.
Tell you what, if he comes up with a trivia question every week, we'll do it on the show.
We'll call it the Bale segment.
Yeah. Stump Travesty. Travesty trivia.
Travesty's trivia.
Because he's going to have to give it to you and he's going to tell me. So.
All right. Cool. I mean, I thought it was neat. So I was like, hey, let me use that.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm stealing shit from other people.
All right, freaking 5.
So I was stumped until you helped me out this week, and we came up with a shot back and forth.
I think it was a good one.
I thought it was a good one, too.
A lot of responses. I think we got about at least 20 of them.
So,
including us, obviously.
Yeah. Create a faction, 5 superstars in that faction, and run with it. Yeah. All right, so off Facebook, we got Alan, Sarge.
Yeah. Shout out to Sarge. He actually came up with the signature move, freaking 5 we did last week. So
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
His faction name is Delinquents, managed by Bobby Heenan. Mm-hmm. You have Stone Cold, the Legion of Doom, Bad News Brown, the Sandman, and Brian Pillman.
Gotcha.
That'd be a group to reckon
with. And that's what's cool about this freaking 5 too, is like, because my freaking 5 is based on current superstars.
I did current myself too. So. But then when I saw all these, I was like, well, fuck. Yeah, right. Paul Bork, Bull Sharks, Gary Wolf, Shark Boy, Warrior, Latino Heat, and Okada.
Okay. Okada.
Yeah. And who did you have wrestling fans?
Yeah. Yeah. So Ross, he has the Rule Britannia, which is Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr.,
Ooh.
Marty Scurll, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate.
Ooh.
Damien has Red Rum Inc., with Drew McIntyre, Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor. I'm going to assume Abby's is Abyss. Jody, here, Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor, Big Show, Cesaro, Dr. Thugonomics Cena. This is NWO 2.0. It's a faction. Yeah. She also mentioned that she's sorry, but she's bad at naming factions.
I mean, Big Show was in the original NWO.
Yeah, so I mean, it was all wrong with NWO 2.0. It's actually more like an NWO like 4.0, but whatever.
Who's being critical here?
I am.
Yeah.
Derek, he put a faction named Dark Matter, which is Demon Finn Balor, Broken Matt Hardy, Brother Nero, The Fiend Bray Wyatt, and Aleister Black. Blade Club, everyone does cutthroat hand gesture. This one's from Jeremy. New Jack, he's the mouthpiece. Then you got Abyss, Sabu, and the Dudley Boys.
Nice.
Let's see here. Eric, he has a faction called the Outlaws. Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody, the Funks, and Terry Gordy.
Jesus.
Let's see here. Colton has a heel faction called Latino Heat.
Ooh.
Has Kalisto, Sin Cara, Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik, and Rey Mysterio. So he went with current. So that's pretty cool. I'm assuming they're going to pay homage to Eddie Guerrero. So
those are all faces at the moment.
Yeah. John went with Ric Flair, Harley Race, Dustin Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat, and Sting. They're called Gold Club. Hydra. Sean chose his faction to be called Hydra, which has Ace Austin, Killer Cross, Crimson, MCMG, Motor City Machine Guns. That's Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin for you non-TNA Impact fans, or independent fans, I guess, because they stayed together afterwards.
Yeah.
Best tag team in the world, Jericho, Balor, Rollins, Styles, and Jay White, the Switchblade.
Ooh.
Young Chubbs, which awesome name, by the way. He has the Monsters Asylum, which is Finn Balor, but has the Demon, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, John Moxley, and Luke Harper. Asif went with Abigail's Cult, which is Wyatt, Daniel Bryan, Harper, and Rowan, and Strowman. He also went with another one called The Empire, which is Reigns, the Usos, Samoa Joe, and The Rock as a manager. He went with a third one called The World's Best, which has Shane, McIntyre, The Revival, and Buddy Murphy. And he went with a fourth one called Titus Worldwide, which has Lashley, Cedric, Dream, Cruz, and Bianca Belair. And finally, from the Real Wrestling fan page, Justin went with Blightly Brigade, which has Nick Aldis, Marty Scurll, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Will Ospreay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty good picks.
Yeah, so good job, guys.
It shut down on me.
That sucks. Want me to do mine?
Yeah, go ahead and do yours.
Alright, so my faction is called Death Knell, which, if you know what Death Knell is, it's the death bell that they played before. Aleister Black, The Ascension, Luke Harper, and Eric Young.
Ooh. I'll do mine.
Go for it.
Mine's called The Prestige.
Nice.
I got Robert Roode.
Yes.
Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Andrade.
Yep.
Dream.
Like Velveteen Dream?
Velveteen Dream.
Okay.
And EC3.
Nice. Nice. Do you wanna finish all the list?
What all the I got all the lists.
Yeah, there's one more.
My phone. I'm gonna
I'll
tell you.
I'll read it. No, I can read it.
No, I didn't see it anymore.
I mean,
Was there more?
If you wanna, do that to one of our fans of the show, that's.
Oh.
I mean, no, that's cool, man.
Oh,
I'm not surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'll go and say it.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Greg Hansen, one of the greatest announcers in the independent biz today.
Yeah, he's all right.
Let's see here. He has a faction called the Freaks of the Industry.
Oh.
You want to read off the list, or you want me to continue?
I didn't even see it. You can read it.
You must have missed it when you skipped it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he has Mankind, the Undertaker, Abyss, the Scream Queen Daphne, and what's that last one there? What's that one? Is that the original Freak Travesty?
Oh,
I
crazy. I guess it does say that.
Oh, well, it was weird. No Dizzle. You know, like ARW.
Apparently he's a caveman.
God. I gotta tell you, Greg, that is a great faction.
It was.
That is a top faction, including having the original Freak Travesty. Yeah. But, guys, thank you so much for participating in the Freaking Five. We love reading your guys'
it's so much fun.
Yeah, suggestions. So, speaking of the original Freak Travesty, quick update on tpublic.com where you can get all your merchandise just by searching JFW. I discontinued the original Freak Travesty shirt. I'm working on a new idea for that.
Ooh.
So hopefully there'll be a Travesty shirt coming out here soon. But also, at the end of August, we are removing the Andy Black and Angus McDuff shirts.
Limited time.
So those are going to be gone by the end of August. So if you're looking to get one of those shirts, make sure you purchase it before the end of August. I believe there's another sale going on sometime this month. As soon as we figure that out, we will let you know. Definitely. But again, tpublic, TEPUBLAC.com, and just search JFW. And speaking of fun things you could do, you can sign up for audible.com.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
audibletrial.com/freaknet?
Freaknet, yeah. Part of the Freaknet Studios.
Freaknet.
Right? Studios! Thousands of audiobooks that are available for you guys to get a 30-day free trial, plus a token where you actually get a free book within your trial period.
And if you're a wrestling fan, you can get a wrestling book read by the legend, Chris Jericho.
That's true. You happen to have that book.
Yes, I do.
And you got that through your 30-day free trial.
I did.
So, all you guys got to do is go to audibletrial.com/freaknet. Sign up today and get your 30-day free trial, plus that little token that gives you a free book during your trial period. So awesome to do.
Definitely.
Jay, you want to go over SCW's results?
You know what? I'd rather save that for the main event.
Want to do that last?
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. We talked about Harley Race. We did the freaking 5. Final freaking thoughts at the end, obviously. You want to wait on the SCW results. We can at least mention that the next SCW show is August 24th.
Yes, in Shabans.
So we got SCW Intensity at Shabans on Saturday, August 24th. Guys, tickets are $10 in advance, and they actually are available at Fit Body U, Genesis Martial Arts, and also at Glassworks down in Bourbonnais.
Definitely.
So
worth your money.
And if you can't buy them ahead of time, you gotta buy them at the door, which we get it. It happens. You don't got the time to run out and pick them up. They are available for $12 at the door. Totally worth the price of admission.
Definitely worth the price. Family friendly, good food, always sponsoring some kind of local charity.
Yeah. Greatest part is they finally got a champion worth watching. So that's pretty cool too. And no, I'm not talking about the tag team.
Oh.
So no.
I thought Elite Pain tag team champ. Well, we'll go for that.
Geriatric Pain? No. That's later. But yeah, speaking of which, next Saturday we do have an ARW show. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make, but there is a ARW show at the, I believe it's the Portage, Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, headlocks for hunger.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Some former WCW, WWE superstars are going to be here, such as Carlito, Al Snow, Buff Bagwell. They're all going to be in action. The ARW champion Ivan, I believe, is going to be there as well.
I feel sorry for Buff Bagwell.
Right?
He has to fight Ivan.
He has to fight Ivan, and Ivan is rough.
Ivan's a bit irate, and we'll go over that more later when we talk about results.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, guys, if you're in the Portage area and you want to check out some wrestling next Saturday, August 10th, check out the RW show, Headlocks for Hunger and everything. Again, just like SCW, great causes and everything. And that's the biggest thing about independent wrestling that I love the most, is that obviously they want to put on a show for everyone, but at the same time they want to help out the communities that they live in.
They're bringing everybody up with them. And that's what the greatest thing is about independent wrestling. At least a lot of the shows that we've been to, there's always something for the community there.
Yep.
And they're not afraid to advertise for them.
To kind of stay on the focus of independent wrestling for a little bit, Dynamic Wrestling Alliance. That the thing that we don't know very much about, but more and more seems to be coming into...
the amount of talent that is getting drawn to this is just amazing.
Yeah. But one of the coolest things is they're having a show August 23rd. Not next Friday, but Friday night. And if you guys hear that, that's my neighbor pulling up in his Corvette.
Oh, good for him.
All right. What a jerk. Anyways, Dynamic Wrestling Alliance, August 23rd, 2019. They are having a show at the Side Street American Tavern. That is in Tinley Park at 18401 North Creek Drive. I don't have much more information other than that. And obviously, as soon as I get more information coming through, I will definitely let you know. And we'll keep you updated on that as well. Because hopefully they will want to kind of partner up with us, just like SCW.
Yeah, that'd be
WWE,
nice.
so,
I mean,
right? Try to get some scoop.
I always love that inside scoop.
Fuck yeah! All right, man. Well, we got SummerSlam predictions we gotta do. So why don't we go ahead and dive into that?
I mean, the card is not looking bad.
No, I mean for a SummerSlam, I think it could be better.
Yeah.
You can add Brock on it. That'd actually be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but then Brock probably wouldn't drop the title then.
Right. All right, so we're going to do our predictions now. Again, because we're not doing the show next week and the pay-per-view is not till the 11th, the card could change. There could be stuff added,
right.
But we're going to go off the 9 matches that are being shown right now and kind of go from there. I'll start at the bottom, work our way up. So we got Trish Stratus taking on Charlotte Flair, singles match.
I think Trish is going to take it.
Yeah. You know, when you got a legend, a Hall of Famer coming back and everything, you know, so definitely I agree with you. I think Trish will. Next, we got Miz versus Dolph Ziggler in a singles match. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this one. I'm going to give it a Dolph.
You give it a Dolph? I'm thinking Miz is on a roll. I like Miz is just hard.
Yeah, Dolph super kicked Shawn Michaels, man.
Yeah, which is going to amp up Miz even more.
So you're going to go ahead and do Miz?
I'm going to do the Miz.
Okay. AJ Styles taking on Ricochet for the United States Championship. You just thinking Ricochet's going to take the title back?
It's hard with the OC out there. I don't think so.
Okay. So you're going to go with Styles?
I'm going to go with Styles.
Okay. I'm going to stick with Styles as well. Finn Balor's taking on Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, and I think because this is going to be the match debut, I'm going to give it to Bray.
I agree.
Okay.
I just think The Fiend is something we've never seen before out of Bray Wyatt.
Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. If Owens loses, he quits WWE, and I'm giving it to Owens because I don't think they're going to let him go.
No, KO is definitely the new Stone Cold.
Kofi's taking on Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
This is a toss-up for me.
I'm going to pick Kofi.
You know what? I'm going to go Randy.
Really?
Because I'd like to see Randy have one more reign.
One more Roman reign?
No more Roman reign.
One more Roman reign? Bayley's taking on Ember Moon for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm going to say Bayley holds on to it.
I'm going to go Ember. I think it's her time. Yeah. I'm also a big fan that she eclipsed Charlotte and Bayley.
That's true. Becky's taking on Natalya for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm going to say Becky sticks with it.
I want to see Natalya win.
Okay. And then obviously the final match here, Brock Lesnar taking on Seth Rollins for the Universal title.
See, this one I'm kind of up in arms about.
Okay.
Because I'd really like to see Seth win.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely don't want to see Brock win. I'm going to go for the underdog and say Seth.
Okay. I'm going to stick with the logical choice and go with Brock.
We all know that I'm not that logical.
All storylines, bro. What's the point of cashing in to lose it a month later? I think he's going to hold on to it for a while.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, so we'll find out. I mean, we only agreed on 4 of them, so there's got to be a winner.
Gotta be a winner.
There's got to be a winner. Unless one of these turn into a triple threat match and then somebody wins that triple threat
screwed.
match. Right? Fuck yeah. As you noticed, no tag team titles, no cruiserweight titles.
No women's tag team titles.
Nope, so big fucking surprise there.
I don't get that, man. We've talked about it several times before. Pay-per-views, at least 95% of the titles they do.
Especially when it's one of your top four.
Yeah.
When it's the big four, every title should be on the line.
Definitely.
These single matches like Dolph and Miz don't need to happen. I get the Charlotte Trish Stratus match, but really, first off, I'm surprised they're not doing an all women's pay per view again this year. Like
that's disappointing.
They should because I think it went well last year. But you know they gotta do a Clash of the Champions and they gotta do fucking Saudi Arabia again, fucking Hell in a Cell and whatever. Okay, your call. You want to do your final freaking thought first, or you want to talk about SCW?
Let's go SCW. I like the final freaking thought at the end.
Okay.
It's just final.
Yeah. Well, it's your notes, man. So
that's right.
Take it over. Yep.
So, July 27th, we went to SCW Meltdown.
Yes.
It was a great show. Enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
At the beginning, President Sentinel comes out. Him and Superfan Steve, or hashtag FSteve, whichever you want to know, man.
Hashtag FSteve, which is available on a t-shirt, tpublic.com.
But
just by searching JFW.
They get into it, and Superfan Steve gets close to the ring, and Sentinel has him just escorted back to his seat by security. Hunter comes out and begs Sentinel to take on the family for a tag team title match with his mystery partner.
Which the family actually came out during Sentinel's interview.
And family came
discussion, I guess.
Right.
Which I'm not sure if you failed to mention this or going to challenged Steve to a debate.
Yeah.
On
our show.
On a very prestigious podcast.
Damn right.
So excited for that to happen here, upcoming quick and everything, to kind of air their grievances over the fucking podcast.
So
JFW.
Between Hunter and the family, Hunter kind of starts aiming at Jake Andrews.
I like how you gloss over the fact that we got a shout out at a wrestling show.
We didn't get that far yet. That didn't happen until later on.
That happened way before Hunter came out.
No.
Yeah, it did.
No.
Yeah, it did.
No.
Yeah, it did.
No.
Yes, it did.
No.
Absolutely did.
Greg Hansen did it.
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
The Sentinel also challenged Steve before the family even came out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sobriety, bro.
Mm.
I don't remember stuff like I used to.
It's a shame.
But
it's our podcast. I get it.
Yeah. So, Payne talks to Jake, saying how Jake's too good for the team, and trying to put a chink in that armor of the family. And then the action picks up. We have Bo Anderson versus Paradox.
Okay.
Which is a damn good match. Ref kicks Cage from ringside, but Cage hides on the ringside. But here's the thing. President Sentinel walks right by him.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
No, not one bit.
Not one bit.
Sure.
Paradox does end up winning with a beautiful spine buster.
And that was my pick.
That was your pick?
That was my pick. So, up one.
Up one.
Up one.
And then next up we have the Dark Horse, Nick Cutler versus Jay Harris.
Yeah, it was nice to see Cutler back.
It was. And he's always fun to watch in the ring.
Yeah, I think he's actually got some pretty decent, better shape than last time I saw him. I don't want to say decent shape because he's always been in good shape, but it definitely seems like he kind of bulked up and
He has his own thing. He has an online company that he does.
Yeah, I think I read that. Yeah. Good for him.
Cutler cheap shots Harris to start the match. Pulls a weapon from his shorts during the match.
Yep.
Harris grabs title. Cutler takes the title away from Harris. So Harris falls down. Ref calls the match because he basically pulled a Guerrero.
Yeah.
So Harris wins.
Yep.
By DQ.
Yep, and that was your pick.
That's my pick.
Tied up.
Tied up.
Tied up.
Triple threat match. We love the triple threat match.
Yeah, it was a surprising triple threat match.
Yeah.
Because this was originally a one-on-one between
Baylock and Starks.
Yeah, and then they added
Johnny Rancid from the family. Baylock ended up taking the win.
Good job for Baylock.
Yeah. Which is I think that's a big win for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And what's weird is because we don't hear a lot from the family too much. I mean, obviously they're always there and they do make an impact. But this is the first time in a long time that we've seen even if we go back to like the beginning with Sentinel and everything, that Charlie actually spoke out and reminded everyone pretty much that they don't care one way or another.
Right.
They don't side with one or the other.
I mean, they have their own interests in both companies. Is basically what the family is. And way more companies that I'm sure because DWA. Next up, we have Cage versus James Creed, a member of the Death Ride, and Cage being a member of the Bulletproof LLC. But no Death Ride out with Creed.
It's weird, yeah.
And we talked with him beforehand, and he was talking about, it'll be equal. So low blow by Cage. Cage gets pinfall. Sentinel let Cage go, but doesn't help. Creed's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Sentinel's out there. Yep. Doesn't do nothing about it.
Not one thing.
I don't know, man.
Dude, this is your SCW.
I know.
This is yours.
I know. I'm just
a shame.
I'm a little worried about the Sentinel.
Yeah.
I don't think things are going right.
Yeah. Did you say who won that, by the way?
Yeah. Cage had the pin.
Cage
yeah.
had it on the roll. Cool.
Next was the Genesis title match. Or I guess the Arabian title now.
Yeah, now it's the Arabian title.
Baynex tapped out to the Sheik, which is something we were shocked.
Yeah, it's one of those things because like you sit there and you think of the like all the matches that Baynex had, everyone he fought, that he didn't seem like the kind of person that would tap. But I mean, I've been in a camel clutch before. It's not enjoyable in any means, especially when you have an issue with your back. And at some point in that match, Sheik was working on the back. And
yep.
But yeah, he does, and I believe if obviously kind of going based on what I remember, that's his first title in SCW.
Yeah.
So awesome to him. Congrats to him. I know a lot of people granted for him being the Unholy Alliance and everything. I did hear that he got a lot of congratulations stuff from the back. So uniting as SCW is pretty cool for that moment.
Right. Yeah. And he's also been one of the guys who's been fighting for SCW.
Yeah, he's definitely an SCW mainstay, and he's one of the few guys that actually goes to ARW to defend him on their turf.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean,
no Angus. He did it alone.
Nah, no Angus.
Yeah, he won that title on his own.
Hopefully Angus is all right.
Sure.
Next up was the tag team title match.
Yeah.
But the problem lies is that Hunter has no partner.
No.
So he begs Sentinel, just let me go at it alone. So Hunter is holding his own for a majority of the match, but then obviously the numbers game catches up.
Yep.
So Hunter's on the ropes, and all of a sudden, this weird music hits. Who I even thought was Terry Allen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could kind of see the look in his face.
Yeah, because they were all waiting for him at the entranceway. Yeah, it was crazy. And a couple minutes after that, the Mystery Man comes out, masked. We had no idea who he was at the time. Comes in, starts cleaning house, helps Hunter win the tag team title match, and unmasked after the match, and Elite Pain is reborn.
Yeah, which I mean, in his defense, at that certain age, he probably didn't even remember who he was. So,
man, you're just really poking that bear. Yeah.
It's a lot easier when he's not here.
Yeah, I bet. Karmakaze comes out stating that there is no competition for her in SCW.
She from my opinion, she slightly badmouthed SCW.
Yeah, I mean, it did sound that way.
Good unity, though. I mean, there's that shit Hunter's talking about. We're all together as a team. Not really, but okay. Cool.
The Amazing Amazon comes out to challenge.
Yeah, Sheik attacked her.
Sheik attacked her from behind. So no match happened.
No. Unfortunate, too.
Yeah, that would have been a good match.
It would have been a good match.
Then the main event. The street fight. SCW heavyweight title match.
Yeah. Talk about that.
You're grinning from ear to ear.
Talk about that match. Let's talk about that match.
No. It was a great match. This match went from inside the ring, outside the ring, outside
Yeah.
I mean, stuff was happening inside of trucks. Yeah. Unfortunately, Max Holiday did come up victorious.
He did.
And
I'm going to rephrase that because I think you screwed up your wording. Unfortunately, he got hurt during the match, but still was able to beat the SCW Heavyweight Champion on one leg. He was still able
I didn't see that
to
in my
kick
notes.
Maverick in the face with a broken fucking foot.
Really?
So, yeah.
Nah.
But it's cool because as Maverick came out to sprinkle Legos all over the fucking ring, that he ended up landing on himself and then catching a boot to the mouth with a broken fucking foot and lost. He literally lost to a one-legged man.
In an ass-kicking contest.
So I'm going to tell you, like I told Hunter before, fucking Holiday is the man. That's a scary fucking dude.
He's a scary dude.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll last long, though.
I think the scariest part of this whole fucking match was the fact that scaffolding actually looked like it was about to fall on us.
Yeah.
That was pretty terrifying.
Because we were sitting right over there. He climbed up on it, and I don't know.
Yeah. But, regardless of who won, who lost, and everything, it was a great match. I do hope Holiday, a speedy recovery. I've never broken a bone, knock on wood, it never happened. So I don't know what his time frame to be out is. I do believe SCW does have a stipulation that states the title has to be defended within 30 days. Yeah. So he had his interview with Greg Hansen that he's not going to be out as long as everyone thinks that, he's still going to defend the title. Whenever that is, that's going to have to be up to him, and it's going to be his decision on what he thinks his body's capable of. But if he's able to kick Maverick Cage in the fucking mouth with a broken foot, I guess he'll be all right.
But there was a little something disturbing at the end of that match. It comes with President Sentinel.
He got kicked in the mouth, man.
Well,
you mean after? After he got kicked in the mouth and lost?
Yeah, after he got kicked in the mouth.
After he got kicked in the mouth and lost to a guy with a broken foot. Okay, yeah, he lost the title, by the way, just so you know. Lost the title. Okay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin won with a broken neck.
ARW has the title now. Oh, what?
Stone Cold Steve
What
Austin.
You're saying something afterwards?
Yeah, but Sentinel walks by us and says everything works out just the way he planned it.
I can see that. Yeah, I heard him.
It just didn't sit right.
Yeah, maybe he's starting to realize the winning team, which would probably be ARW, who has SCW's title. See, that's what happens when Maverick goes out on his own to defend a title when he doesn't have hip pain out there to fucking, sucker punch Holiday to, give him the upper hand, which is cool.
And Maverick Cage is still a young champion, so he's got some learning.
Former champion. Keep that in mind. He's not a young champion. He's a young former champion because he lost to Holiday.
And I'm sure he'll get it.
He lost to ARW because he went out there on his own with a street fight against Holiday.
Which took a lot of guts.
Sure. He lost.
Come on. You're not going to give him a little bit of credit there?
Yes. I'll give him a little bit of credit. He challenged him. He fought really hard. And then he lost.
Man. I don't know where you went wrong.
But the show doesn't end there, man.
No.
Because Chronic Pain comes out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Elite Pain comes out.
The geriatrics come rolling on out.
Oh, man.
Right? Pat Sonny on the back. Which, I get it, and they invite him into the fucking Chronic Pain team and everything. And this whole trifecta of the demolition rule for the tag team title to where now they can have Maverick defend it with them, which makes a lot of sense because at their age, they really can't go that hard that often anymore. So I totally get why they want some youth in there.
Hunter stood against the family by himself for a majority of the match.
Hunter crawled around the ring against the family for most of that match.
No.
It was embarrassing.
It was not. He held his own.
I don't know what was more embarrassing. The fact that he yelled, "Drink the fucking juice" from the ring instead of coming up to me, or the fact that he was crawling around the ring looking for help. But cool.
Anyhow. Yeah. Great show.
It was.
It was a great show.
with everything aside, probably one of the best SCW shows so far this year, which is really hard to say because I don't recall a bad SCW show yet.
They've always gotten better and better every time.
They always grow. And the thing is, they're not even... I mean, this felt like an SCW WrestleMania show.
Right.
But that show, I don't believe happens till September. I think the WrestleMania is in September or October. I can't remember which month it is. But it's closer to like around the beginning of fall.
Right.
So we're not even at the pinnacle of what like their mega show is yet. And I'm excited for that, especially, come around August and September and, and obviously this whole issue. Well, do you want to talk about the issue between the family that occurred at the end of the match? Because we did kind of blow past that.
We did blow past that.
Yeah, but we did blow past it.
We blew right past it.
Because we're really excited to talk about how they winning the title. I get it. So let's backtrack a little and get back to the situation.
So at the end of the tag team title match, Ivan blew up at Jake Andrews, asked him where he was, and Jake Andrews got thrown out to the floor.
Well, because obviously at the beginning when Hunter came out at the beginning of the show was flat out telling, Andrews, hey, they don't care about you. You know, you're just another part of the group to help.
A weapon.
Yeah, to help Ivan, get over and shit like that. Which, at the beginning, it didn't seem like, that shit was really bothering Jake. It was just talk.
Right.
Coming from Hunter, it could have been. But later on in, the show, obviously when Ivan kind of got pissed that Jake wasn't there to back him up, also now,
save his ass.
Yeah. So, shoving match occurs and everything. They all kind of walked out together in a small way, but I don't know.
Jake Andrews kind of lagged behind though a little bit.
Yeah. You kind of dragged Charlie with him. And Charlie kind of went with him. So I think it kind of falls in. Now it's going to be like one of those middleman things, kind of like with the whole Paul Heyman Punk Lesnar thing. It's like, is Charlie going to back Ivan? His big bad brother from the other mother? Because Papa was a freak? Or, the boy next door?
The face.
Right.
It's going to be interesting, and I can't wait to see how everything folds out.
Unfolds, yeah. It'll be interesting to see. And obviously we're going to see a lot more of it coming August 24th. Obviously SCW Intensity, and regardless of the questionable things Sentinel has done, especially in this last show, and it's kind of the promo that he did at the beginning was obviously really sketchy too. He does help us out with the match cards.
Yes, he does.
So he does have his positive sides.
Yes,
but I'm really
getting the inside scoop.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to sit with him and Steve and kind of talk about all the situation between them and Keith and Bo Ellis or
Bulletproof
LLC and everything. And I'm really excited to talk to JPH because that was an interview that we've been dying to do for months. So I'm really excited to do that. And I've also been really excited I got an opportunity to actually be going to the wrestling school lately.
That's awesome. Yeah. I wish I didn't work nights so I could go with you.
Right? It's crazy when they sit there and they ask for me. It's nuts. Right?
Just love a bunch of men asking for you.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, hey, Travesty, you coming to the fucking school? I'm like, yeah, I've got time for you, but gotta make the fans happy.
Oh man! Don't let the fame go to your head.
Too late.
Too late.
Jay, what's your pick of the week, man?
Pick of the week?
Yeah, what's your pick of the week, brother?
With SummerSlam right around the corner.
SummerSlam.
So I did a name synonymous with SummerSlam.
The Undertaker?
The Undertaker.
Fucking Undertaker.
And his match.
Which one? The Lesnar one?
Hell in the Cell.
Oh, God, thank God.
Versus Edge. 2009.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's a brutal one.
That's the one where you kind of put Edge through the ring and Hellfire kind of rose up.
Maybe. There were some other spots I paid more attention to. I was watching that work.
Who knows? Maybe that could be a watch-along show.
Ooh.
So awesome! Yeah, it's a good one. I haven't seen it since 2009.
Yeah,
so it's been a decade.
I was watching highlights and stuff from it, and I was reading about it. And I was like, "Oh, this has got to be it."
Yeah. Make sure you guys check out the Dizzle J pick of the week, which is posted every week on our Facebook page at JFW Podcast, which you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram. And let your friends know, your wrestling fans who haven't heard our podcast yet, they can find us just by searching Just Freaking Wrestling or JFW Podcast at iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Podbean every single week. Show usually drops on Fridays. And, yeah. Should we finish plugging everything else? Because we gotta plug the Patreon, right? Right? Guys, join our fucking Patreon. For the love of God, it's there for you.
Be an investor.
Right? Patreon.com/JFW Podcast. It's an amazing opportunity for you guys to sign up, help contribute to the podcast, because I mean we need the help. We have so much that we want to do coming up this fall and everything, and so many wrestling promotions that are really starting to work with us and stuff, and we got to be able to make those trips. And the best way to do that is to, I guess, to be honest, to have a steady income coming in for the show.
That would be nice.
And that's why we have the Patreon. And it's not only for us to make money, but to help us give you guys additional content and additional things.
Free swag.
Yeah. You know, like shout-outs and everything for you guys. Just like our current Patreons, Dewey Decimal and General Lee, Becca and Brandy for being Patreon. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for participating in that. But guys, I need everybody to sign up for Patreon. Everything. We have everything from $1 up to $20 and everything. We have two separate tiers. One that gives you, obviously, the watch-along that we talked about, with the pay-per-view watch-along that we do a commentary and opinions on. But also the kind of like a dark side of the ring in our own way. And obviously, we kind of talk about some conspiracies and, like, you know, history and stuff of, like, certain situations in wrestling and stuff. It's really cool, and it's stuff that we really want to do and really want to release to you guys as bonus content for being patrons to the podcast. So check it out. You know, like I said, it's something as simple as $1 all the way down to, if you have a company that wants to sponsor shout out, up to $20 a month. I mean, how we got a grill position tier in there that gives you control of in our entire show. You get to pick the freaking 5, the final freaking thought, what we talk about, everything like that. So check it out again, patreon.com/JFW Podcast. Look it up, sign up for it, and help out the podcast. Please. Right? And also get your merch at tpublic.com, TEPUBLIC.com, just by searching JFW. And also start following us on YouTube, because fall's coming around, and I've mentioned videos are coming. Videos are coming. Freaknet videos. Super excited for it.
That's going to be so much fun.
I'm excited for it. And not to mention, like, you know, because obviously we're going to do some toy reviews on there, and I got like 5 Funkos coming in at the end of this month. So,
I think they released some more Funkos too.
Yeah, Trish Stratus, both Becky Lynch's, Elias, the old Cloak Undertaker, Bret Hart. I think those are the current ones. I think there might be another one. I don't know. I bought them all. I bought them all months ago when I had money. So. Jay, other than the final freaking thought, did we cover everything? And I want to make sure we didn't miss anything.
I'm pretty sure we got everything.
Okay, cool. Final freaking thought.
So, when we interviewed Bane X, you mentioned that he was the longest reigning champion. He said, well, Lunatic might have been. I was like, well, he's retired.
Yeah.
Now we know he's back.
Yeah.
Do you think Bane X knew about this, or do you think he had an idea?
No, I don't think anyone has any idea what Lunatic does. Yeah. There's a good chance Lunatic doesn't even know he's not retired anymore.
Good point.
Right?
Yeah.
He walks around with a fucking Poopachu.
What?
Right? Do you think he's going to bring that Poopachu with him to DWA?
I don't know. Will Jake Andrews break free of the frame?
I think he's going to get kicked out.
He's going to get kicked out?
He's going to get kicked out of the family. Why do you have to throw an R in there? Like, what is it? Like, what is it about that word?
It just kills me. You know?
I think Andrews is going to give Charlie an ultimatum, and I think Charlie's going to stick with Ivan. I do believe blood is thicker than water, and as great as Andrews is, I don't think he's going to choose him over the rest of the family. So, no, he's definitely going to part ways from the family, but he's going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
So, Jake, if you're listening, watch out.
Don't go in there.
Right. Don't follow the noise.
Maria Kanellis, 24/7 champ. Who pins her for the win?
God, I hope her husband.
After what she just did to him?
Yeah, in a very aggressive way.
Oh, my God.
If she ain't pregnant, she needs to get pregnant through that pin.
How much anticipation do you have for 10-19-19? This is the thing we've been following.
I just want to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's been driving me nuts.
Honestly, at this point right now, until I know what it is, I'm not really focused on it. Obviously with everything with SCW and ARW, and now the DWA show coming up, it's like there's so much that we have to focus on that until somebody gives me an idea of what 10-19-19 is, or gives me more information on what it is, I'm not gonna sit there and dwell on it. I'm obviously gonna leave the date open in case I know what's happening. I'm gonna leave the date open, but until someone tells me what I need to do, I'm not gonna worry about it too much.
So I don't know. Do you follow Craig Mitchell on Facebook?
I see some things from time to time. I saw that he's gonna be at the Evolve show.
He's gonna be at Evolve Wrestling versus GPA. Hopefully, do you think this will be his next step in his wrestling career to maybe put him up in the WWE status or?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's not there now. He's definitely at that level of like Marche and all that. That should be at least an Impact, potentially an AEW if they decide to expand their roster. Even at NXT and everything like that. Like he's definitely had the experience and stuff to be on televised professional wrestling. Yeah. If not to be a top guy in the independents, like an AJ Styles or CM Punk, Dan Bryan, and Cole and all that.
And I want to say he's a bigger guy.
Ring of Honors, he could be there. Yeah.
He's slimmed down a lot over the years since we've watched him, but he can go in that ring. He does flips and everything, so it's just fun to watch him too. Women's tag team titles, are they becoming irrelevant? Oh god, yeah. No, they've been irrelevant since WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think they had like one title defense. It was against a jobber tag team.
Yeah. So now it's just flashy.
It gives people the belief that they care about the women's division, which they're slowly getting away from again.
Again, I think it goes back to what we said before, that they need their own show.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Trish to make a comeback against Charlotte. Does this help the women's division or hurt it?
No, it's dumb. There's too many women already on the roster as is, and they're not getting their opportunity. Come on now. Fucking Asuka.
One of the greatest female wrestlers ever, and they stick her in a tag team.
Yeah. So, as much as I love seeing legends come back here and there, unless it's on like an all women's pay per view where they can fill it with women's matches, I know, or at a 6-hour WrestleMania, where the fuck it was. No, not
too fucking long as it was. Yeah. Dynamic Wrestling Alliance. Is it going to be like an NWO? I want your opinion, even though we don't know a whole lot about it right now, or better.
It seems like it's gonna be like the whole concept of like when Eric Bischoff wanted the NWO to take over WCW. Like I feel that DWA is gonna be like that organization that is going to pull as many veteran talent as possible to create something new. Kind of like how AEW is doing, but in an independent sense in this region.
Right.
Which, if they're able to pull a lot of those big names, they have a possibility to overshadow a lot of other companies. But at the same time, you need to show that business aspect and show that you're worth checking out.
Exactly.
So, I think they're going to be huge, especially looking at some of the names that they have in there. But, until they have their first show and they get up and running, it's kind of like up in the air now.
Right. What do you think of Sentinel meant by it's part of his plan that Maverick lost to Holiday?
I think that he really wants people to believe that he has control of shit. I don't know. It was really weird. Maybe Steve has, maybe what Steve said, like maybe he is kind of siding with ARW because he really didn't say it out loud. He kind of just mentioned it by us. Kind of walked away.
It's like, were we supposed to hear it or not?
Yeah, so, who knows? Maybe he's in cahoots with ARW. No, I love ARW. I don't have the inside track with them. I prefer to kind of stay out of their business because, obviously with me being impartial between SCW and ARW, I don't want to have like an upper hand in any way. So
your impartial is pretty, Yeah. So, I did have this one question. I'm going to ask it, but I'm going to have another one after it. It's going to be a freaking 11.
Whatever.
All right. So do you
It's
think
our show, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Do you think WWE is back on track?
They're getting there. I mean, it's a process. I like the storylines. The storylines are getting a lot better, especially with the club actually being the club. I think they do need to grow. I like Ricochet's opportunities and everything. I still think Aleister Black's being held back a little. EC3 still not being utilized like he should. Braun Strowman's kind of just there.
Yeah,
So,
and they're not doing anything with a lot of these guys.
yeah. So yeah, I think the whole Heyman and Bischoff thing, and I think going back to a more of a darker kind of storyline and feel, I think is definitely going to help out.
So, and this question came up because I was talking to my boss. He was watching the TNA pay-per-view tonight. Scott Steiner came out tonight, wrestled a match in his NWO shirt for Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean,
I ain't gonna tell him that to his face because he might beat me
no.
up 33%.
No, I mean, I people wear NWO shirts all the time. I mean, I listened to 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff, and he still talks about how fucking they still sell NWO merch out in fucking Japan.
Really?
Yeah, so I mean that shit's still big. I mean, shit, you still get NWO shop WWE.com.
I wonder if he'll get in trouble for wearing it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's a T-shirt. It's not like he's sitting there saying he's part of the NWO
For life.
Right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, what happens if somebody what happens if AEW goes on their fucking TNT network and someone wearing a WWF shirt? Like, what fucking happens? Or a WWE shirt? I mean, like, can you really, can he really do something to AEW? If they literally just wear the shirt, don't mention it, don't say anything, just wear it. I mean, can you really do anything about that? I mean, fucking Vince had Sami Zayn say AEW on the air.
Which, they've never acknowledged any other wrestling company besides WCW when it was going down. Yeah. The one time Kurt Angle said, hey, Impact is hiring, and then the AEW dropped. That's just... Yeah.
Well, especially there was that one promo that Cena did against... it was either Triple H or Vince, I can't remember. It had to have been Vince, where he was demanding something. He says, if I don't get what I want, I can always go wrestle for someone else's brother. And that was back when Hulk Hogan was running Impact. So, I mean, there was always that cheap shot, too. Yeah. And obviously the back and forth between AJ and Cena, too. There was a slight mention of that. But also, I think the biggest thing is like when Dixie Carter was on the network to talk about AJ Styles. They mentioned, former Impact president and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I think it's goofy how he wore the NWO shirt. I mean, maybe he's just grasping onto a past that's long gone. But at the same time, I mean, right now it's just a T-shirt. It's not like...
He probably grabbed the wrong shirt.
Yeah, right.
That's the side thing. The guy's a nut.
Yeah. Was that the end of your...
That's the end of my final freaking thoughts.
Awesome. Guys, again, mentioning SCW Intensity, August 24th. Shabans. Make sure you check that out. And again, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at JFW Podcast. And listen to us every single week. Shows drop on Friday at iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. Just by searching Just Figure Wrestling. And that's all I got.
Time to ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
And thank you for listening to our episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.
Peace.